So, what can we see about the limestone here? Well, you can see these dark and pink alternating layers. What that tells me is that the limestone here has several layers to it, and it would have formed in different environments. So, can't really see whether there's preferential erosion or different mineralisation in there. But the dark layers were probably where there was perhaps a lot more organic rich material, perhaps even from the Jurassic rocks below. And then the lighter layers are your pure limestones. So it's possible that these dark and light layers here are perhaps a transition from one regime to another. You can see, you can trace them all the way along. So they're massive layers, which would indicate that they're not just sort of small channels or anything like that. But you can see those dark and pink layers that alternate along. Normally a darker layer would indicate a higher degree of organic material. And then around here, this looks a bit like a cave. Of course, we've got limestone here, so caves are very, very likely. Limestone is a soluble rock in acidic conditions. If you've been to the Cheddar Gorge, there are some magnificent show caves, and also at Wookey Hole, which is further along the Mendips. And you can see here we've got a beautiful sea cave. You can also see the size of the boulders that have fallen down to form the sea cave here. I'll just pan up so you can see that. And I can't actually see the back of that cave. I'll see if I can. I can't really compensate for the light there, but I can't see the back of that cave. It doesn't look like there's very much cover on the top of it. In fact, it looks there like it's just the soil, really. Maybe a very thin layer of rock on the top. And have a look at those boulders that have fallen down inside. So the cave probably started as a very small cave at the bottom here, exploiting a weakness in the rock, perhaps a joint, perhaps a fault, and it looks like the cave started off at the bottom and it's propagated upwards, causing these blocks of limestone to fall down. Again, you can see there's some dip to these rocks as well. You can see they're dipping to the north. You can actually see that very clearly here. As we were walking along the south-facing side, they were fairly horizontal, but you can see that these rocks are dipping to the north here really, really clearly. You can see those alternating dark and pink layers as well.